artists have a tendency of drawing art or making sketches that are very popular, that are more mainstream. One thing that artists need to remember is that they need to use art as a means to express themselves. What you choose as a reference should be in alignment with what you feel about art. Why is that so important? Although looking cool and hip and popular is good, but artists lose that sense of why art is being created in the first place, what their role as an artist is. An artist is somebody who has a message to the world. It could be about the love for the world that they feel. Maybe they like nature a lot, or maybe they like people a lot, maybe they like emotions a lot, maybe they like colors a lot. So depending on what artists feel like, they have to create their message, their entire theme, their entire ideology. They need to put it out clearly. And I know it is a long process, but it takes a good amount of time to actually figure out who you are and what message do you want to put out in the world. It is actually okay if you just keep on drawing, but self-reflection is a very important part of being an artist. You can just keep on scrolling and finding references from Pinterest. But again, that is something which you're finding out externally. That is not something that is coming from within you. For your ideas to come from within you, you need to spend time alone and often in boredom. You have to disconnect yourself from people and you have to think what things make you feel. What kind of a response is being generated inside of you? When you see something, you have to ask yourself questions. How do you feel about this thing? Or how you interpret this thing? The more questions you ask yourself, the better you become at giving answers of it. A lot of times your mind actually will be totally blank and you will not know what is it you like and where you want to go. It happens with me almost 90% of the time. Only 10% of the time does my mind activate with ideas, and that 10% it feels like a waterfall. And I use that 10% really wisely because I tend to really push myself that time and make sure that I create some content out of it. Make sure that I put it out there, either in the form of a post, as writing, or just as a video or a podcast. Some or the other thing that I like to create using that thought alone. Oftentimes I like to put out reminders telling people that you need to do this, you need to do that. It is mostly a reminder for my own self. When I tend to remind myself something, I think who else needs to hear this? And if there's somebody who might benefit from it, then why not put out the message for the entire world to see? A lot of times when you are scrolling through social media, you only see content that is trending, or you see a group of people that are following a trend. They are on a bandwagon, they're going somewhere, all in a similar direction, all in the same direction. But the question you should ask yourself at that time is that, do you want to be a part of the herd? Do you want to follow or go the way where everyone else is going? Or do you want to stop and wait for you to find out where you want to go? Do you want to create your own path? If the answer is yes, then you have to really take the time to understand yourself. That does not mean you should not follow trend or make art that only looks good visually. Do that because skill is equally important. But know that there has to be a balance between skill and your own creativity. If you lose the creativity, then there's no you in it. You are only mechanical. Then there's no difference between you as an artist and an AI that is creating art. Do you get it? What I mean to say? Basically, if you are creating without thinking, then you're no different from a machine. Basically, if you're creating something without thinking, without analyzing, you are no different than a machine. You know, machines have become really intelligent these days because they have the capacity to think and process information much more than human beings. And we are in a time when human beings are actually forgetting how to think, forgetting how to analyze. How art can help you is to really connect with yourself. When you connect with yourself, you develop that bond which you are able to build, and it is the kind of bond that helps you introspect. So you should take the time to sit with yourself. If possible, create videos like I'm doing. Put it on your social media, create a YouTube, and put your thoughts out there, because if you create for yourself, maybe you will feel like this is boring because only I'm listening to it. But if you think that through your message somebody else might be able to benefit, then you will put it out there, and people might find it, might not find it. That's not important. What is important is that you are gaining clarity and understanding and awareness about yourself. A lot of times when I speak, I fall short of words, what I want to say and how I want to put it out there. But I know that no matter what, if my words are being put out in any form, then I'm progressing. Then I'm inching closer to what I want to, or where I want to go. It'll be like you're taking one step at a time, but it's still a step. Maybe you're just clear about the next step, and that is okay. Which happens with me a lot of time. I'm only clear about the next thing I want to do, how I want to spend the next day. I'm not very sure about the bigger plans related to my art, but the most important thing that I want to do is to put my real message out there. I'm still finding about who I am, and in the process and in this journey, art is a great tool to help me analyze and self-reflect. So if you're an artist or if you're a creator who's watching, use this tip. Stop and reflect at whatever you're creating. In the beginning it will be hard because it is. But as you keep going, you will realize that this is what you need. You need to build that bond with yourself, because it is very easy being on social media, being in today's age, it is very easy to lose a sense of yourself. So do those activities that connect with your thoughts. I hope it was helpful. If you have gained any insight, anything out of this video, then make sure to comment down below. I would really appreciate if you could like this video and subscribe to my channel. Until next time, take care.